Good day, everyone. Welcome to the STEM Digital School. This is Natural Sciences and Technology, Grade 4. Okay, my name is Onkarabete Setswe, and I'll be your teacher today. So guys, just quick recap now. We were looking at matter and materials. Okay, so or rather during yesterday's lesson and the day before, we looked at materials around us, and we are basically going to continue from there. Okay, so just grab your notebooks, your textbook, just have it in front of you. Okay, and just quick ground rules. Guys, please make sure that your videos are off. Okay, make sure that your videos are off. And if you do have a question, you can raise your hand, or you can write your question in the group chat. If I am going too fast, you can use the go slower button. All right, and welcome to everyone. Thank you, Toby. Thank you. All right, so guys, the past 2 days, we looked at change of state, okay? So we looked at how a solid moves to a gas, and we said that it needs to be heated, and that process is called melting, right? We also need to heat the liquid in order for it to change to a gas, and that process is called evaporating. So guys, remember your big off. Thank you very much. And then we also looked at how a gas changes to a liquid, and we said in order for a gas to change to a liquid, it needs to be cooled, right? And that process is called condensing. Okay, and then we also looked at how a liquid changes to a solid, and we also said that it needs to be cooled, and that process is called freezing or solidifying. All right. Okay, so today, guys, we are moving on to the next subtopic under materials around us, which is the water cycle. So remember yesterday we're having a conversation about the change of states and how it also happens in nature, right? And now we are going to deal with the water cycle. I can't remember who actually mentioned it yesterday in class, and today we are going to look at it. As you guys can also follow in your textbooks that it is the topic that follows. All right, so welcome, Kiara. Guys, also make sure that your mics are off, okay? Make sure that your mics are off unless you are asking a question, all right? Cool. So guys, Earth, it is called the blue planet because of its surface is covered in water. Okay, so the Earth, as we know it, looks something like this. So the most part of the Earth is covered in water, then it is covered in land. So I see Michaela's hand is up. Let me just, here, we probably have a question. Yes, Michaela?
But I don't have a question.
You don't have a what? Oh, you don't have a question. Okay, cool. But your hand was up. Okay, no problem. All right, so I guess you just pressed that by mistake. No problem. We can just continue. Okay, so guys, the amount of water on the Earth has been approximately the same since dinosaurs were alive. And the big question is, how is that possible? Okay, and I'm asking you guys this question. Why do you think it is possible? Why has the amount of water that's been on the Earth has been the same since dinosaurs were alive till today? Why do you think that is possible? And you guys can raise your hand in the group chat. Why do you think that the amount of water on the Earth has been the same since dinosaurs were alive till today? Yeah, see Claire, hand is up. All right.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
So I think that is because the Earth hasn't changed, and I don't really think that the dinosaurs drank the. I don't think that the dinosaurs actually really drank the water from this planet Earth.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Claire.
Yes.
Okay.
You're mostly welcome.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I just muted you before you could finish your sentence. I'm sorry. Michaela's hand is up. Let's hear what Michaela has to say. Yes, Michaela.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
you?
I'm well, thanks.
And so I think that it's possible because dinosaurs lived when water was there.
So they lived when the water was there.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you very much, Michaela.
Okay, ma'am.
Sure. Okay, Zoe's hand is up. Let's hear what you have to say, Zoe.
Ma'am, I think on, so that's why there since the dinosaurs were alive.
All right. Thank you very much, Zoe.
Welcome.
All right. So we had answers that said that the dinosaurs did not drink all the water. The water has been present since the dinosaurs were there. And then Zoe gave us an answer about the water cycle. All right. So let us see how this is possible. Why has the amount of water on the earth been constant or approximately the same amount since dinosaurs were alive till today? So I see Jordan say. Okay, so your mic is not unmuting, right? Right, cool. We'll just continue. The cycle has been taking place since the inception of dinosaurs. All right, and it's something that is very important to note. So guys, why is it possible? Invisible water vapor in the air cools, right? And then it condenses to form drops of water. Water evaporates. Process water is always changing from liquid to a gas and back again. It is an ongoing process, and this is what we call the water cycle. So just as Zoe had explained that the amount of water that we had when dinosaurs were alive until now is approximately the same, and this is because of the water cycle. All right, very much important to note. And then a cycle, it is a set of events that keep on repeating in the same order. Okay, so this is how a cycle would look like. All right, it's a set of events that keep on repeating in the same order. So we're going to get into what is the water cycle. So I see hands. Let me just see what's going on here. Okay, Unati, let's focus on the lesson. Let's focus on the lesson, guys. Okay, Jordan, your mic is not unmuting, so I'll just lower your hand. Michaela, I think your hand is up. Yes,
Ma'am, a water cycle is a cycle that keeps on repeating again, and it also gives us water.
It also gives us water. So there is a change of state that is happening throughout the cycle, correct?
Okay, ma'am.
All right, cool. Okay, so I see Menenke's hand is also up. All right. Menenke?
Hi, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good, thanks.
Ma'am, the water cycle is a cycle that includes water, and it also includes solids, liquids, and also gas, and it is actually giving us many sorts of different things that we can also do with water.
All right, very beautiful. Thank you very much, Menenke.
Ma'am, may I please put my video on? I want to quickly show you guys something.
Oh, okay. You want to show us now, or like we can do it at the end of the class?
No, it's fine. I'll do it now.
You want to do it now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, guys, Menenke wants to show us something.
Just a minute. Quickly.
Okay. So, guys, just important to note, the water cycle. Sorry.
I'll tell you when I find it.
All right, cool. We'll do it at the end of the lesson. I'll just give you time before we close class. All right, cool. So guys, just as Menenke said right now, that the water cycle has different states in which we find water. So we find water vapor, we find water in solid form, we find water in liquid form. So that is very much important to note. And now we're going to look at what is the water cycle. All right. First point, the water cycle refers to how water changes from one state to another in a cycle, okay? So it takes place over the whole world, okay? So very much important to note that it is how water changes from one state to another in a cycle. As you guys remember that yesterday and the day before, we looked at the changes of state, okay? So very much important to incorporate the two in the water cycle, right? Then the next point says the water vapor goes high up into the air. As it goes up, it cools down and it condenses into the cloud. It condenses into the clouds, and then what happens next is, let's see there, clouds form millions of tiny water droplets. More and more drops join together until they fall as precipitation. Okay. Then the water lands on the earth. Precipitation can fall as rain, mist, or dew. So if the water is frozen, it falls as snow or hail. Okay, so we are going to look at precipitation. Yeah, so we have different forms of water that fall on the earth, and you guys just, I gave you earlier on the examples. So we have rain. These are water droplets that fall on the earth. And here we have a picture of rain. You can just look at the first picture here. Okay. Then we also have what we call mist. So mist is fine droplets of water vapor. Okay, so mist is fine water droplets of vapor. And if you guys can just look here at the last picture, the fourth one, that is a picture of mist. Okay, so Michaela, I see your hand is up. Can you just please write your question or comment in the group chat? All right, just please write your comment or question in the group chat. See, Menenje, your hand is also up. If it's about the thing that you wanted to show us, I will give you time at the end of the lesson. Menenje, I'll give you time at the end of the lesson. Right. And then we also have dew. Okay, so dew, that is water droplets that form on a solid surface at night. Okay, so guys, just make sure that your videos are off for now, please. Thank you very much. So a picture of dew is here on the third picture. All right. So the third picture is indicating to us dew. So Michaela's question is, what is precipitation? So precipitation is water that falls down from the clouds. Okay, so that is water that falls down from the clouds. That is precipitation. Okay. So, and then we said that we have different types or forms of precipitation, and that is what we are looking at now. Okay, Michaela? And then we have snow, which is also another form of precipitation. And snow is frozen water in the form of small white flakes. So if you guys live in the Drakensberg, I'm sure you would have by now seen snow. So snow is just indicated here in the second picture. Right. Then we have hail, which is small balls of frozen water, and there is hail. Okay, I see Zoe's hand is up. Michaela, I don't know if you still have a question, so let me just check.
Ma'am, also sleet.
Sleet.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a form of precipitation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you very much, Michaela. So where would you find sleet? Where would you find sleet? What is sleet, if you can explain to us?
Ma'am, sleet is when it snows and the road is slippery and they sleet on the road.
All right, okay, thank you very much. So guys, sleet is also rain, which has ice, and sometimes it is snow, and it wets the parts that we drive on. All right. Thank you very much. I see Zoe's hand is up. Yes, Zoe.
Ma'am, it was a mistake.
All right, no problem.
Yeah,
Okay, Meninka.
saying it.
So, ma'am, I have a few words that actually can also say for the water cycle.
Mm-hmm.
The importance of water. Water is a very important substance. We need water to cook, clean, drink, and to grow food.
Okay.
Most of the water in the world is found in the oceans. No new water is added to the earth. All the water in the world follows a water cycle. We need to take care of the water as it is all we have. So, and I finally found the picture.
Okay, so you will show us the picture at the end of the lesson, right?
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope everyone heard Meninka as she was talking about the importance of water. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you. Thank you very much. Right, so let us continue. So guys, here we have a picture of the water cycle. Right, and we are just going to go through it and just go through the various stages that we find in the water cycle. So guys, Meninka also mentioned that most of our water is found in the oceans and seas. So we could here in the picture just say that this is a sea or an ocean, right? And then we have evaporation taking place. Okay, as you guys can see here, evaporation is taking place. And why does evaporation take place? This is because the sun's heat causes the water to evaporate from the seas, streams, rivers, as well as the lakes. Okay, so now as the water vapor, guys, make sure that your videos are off, please. Make sure that your videos are off, please. Daresh, I see your hand. I will get to you right now. So guys, as the sun heats the water evaporates, okay? So then as it evaporates, the water vapor rises into the air. The higher up where the air is cooler, water vapor will condense. So when the water vapor has risen up to the height of the clouds, it will then condense, okay? So then condensation will take place. And once all the water droplets in the clouds get bigger, some of the water will fall down as rain, and that is what we call precipitation. So guys, in other clouds which become really cold, the water vapor would freeze, okay, and it would form snow. Okay, and then snow falls down to the ground and melts. And then we also have here runoff. So some runoff water will fall on the ground, flows to the rivers and seas, and this water will evaporate again, forming part of the cycle. All right, so guys, this is just continuous steps that go together. Okay, so Daresh, I see your hand.
Hello, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm fine.
I'm well, thanks.
What
Do you
was
have
the-
a question?
Yes, ma'am. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
how does the precipitation do its job?
How does precipitation take place?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, so that is a good question from Daresh, who is asking, how does precipitation take place? Nolly's mom, I think your mic is also on. Do you have a question? Okay, I think that's a mistake.
Ma'am?
Okay, hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
How are you?
I am fine, ma'am.
Oh, Darash, it's still you. I'm still gonna answer your question now, okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
All right, cool. Just mute yourself. So guys, please do not unmute yourselves, okay? I will unmute you. If you do have a question, just raise your hand. Toby, I will get to your question right now, okay? So let me just first answer Daresh's question, who asked, how does precipitation take place? Okay, so guys, remember we said that the water vapor rises, right? So it will rise up to a level where it will eventually cool. And then once it cools, we say that it is condensing. So it is getting into it's moving from your vapor, your gas, okay, and it moves down to a liquid, okay. So these tiny droplets will basically just come together and condense. Then when water droplets in the clouds get bigger, right, that is when it will fall down as rain, okay, and that rain, we call it precipitation, okay. So I hope, Daresh, your question is answered. Okay, so Toby, just send me your question again. I cannot see your question. Right, Toby, just send me your question again. I cannot see it. Guys, someone's mic is on. Just make sure that your mics are off. Okay. Thank you very much. All right, so let us continue. So here we have the stages.
Ma'am, it was mine that was on.
Okay, just please switch it off now.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Right, so let us look at the stages in the water cycle. So firstly, as we have mentioned before, is that the sun's heat causes water to evaporate from the seas, streams, rivers, as well as the lakes. Okay, so Toby says, ma'am, what is the water cycle? So the water cycle, Toby, is just a cycle in which water moves from being a solid to a liquid to a gas and again to a solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, so it's basically how water changes its state, right? So Toby asked, what is a water cycle? And I'm saying that it is the cycle in which water changes its state, okay? Right, so I hope you are answered, Toby. So let us go back to the stages in the water cycle. The sun's heat causes water to evaporate from the seas, streams, rivers, as well as the lakes. And then second step is that the water vapor rises into the air. So the higher up where the air is cooler, water vapor condenses into millions of water droplets, which form a cloud. Okay, then when the water droplets in the cloud get bigger, some of the water falls as rain. The science word for this process is called precipitation. Okay, and then step 5, in other clouds which become really cold, the water vapor freezes and forms snow. Then the snow falls down to the ground and melts. Then step 6, some run of water that falls into the ground flows down the rivers to the seas. Step 7, and this water will evaporate again, forming part of the water cycle. Okay, so Toby also just asked me a question saying that, ma'am, can water freeze in the sun? Okay, no, so water cannot freeze in the sun, and hence where snow forms, there's usually not a lot of sunlight, okay? So usually where we have snow, there is not enough sunlight, all right? So that is why the clouds can freeze. Okay, Michaela's hand is up. It's just here.
Ma'am, there
Michaela?
can also be groundwater.
Yes, we can also get groundwater, and that is where we get like where we can get our drinking water from, right? And install boreholes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, beautiful. Thank you very much.
Ma'am, did you know that there's also underground streaming?
Underground streaming. Okay, tell us more about that.
Well, right, the mountains freeze like
Mm-hmm.
with the ice there, and once it melts, it gets into the mountains. The water is there are holes inside, so
Mm-hmm.
it gets inside, and then there's underground streaming. It goes underground just to come back to the lake,
To come back
and then
up. So it's a flow that it takes.
yes,
All right. Thank you very much for
I'll
that,
show you more.
Minje.
Yes, ma'am. I'll show you more once I show you the picture.
All right. Thank you very much.
Mostly work.
Oh, beautiful, guys. I see you guys know a lot about the water cycle, and that is beautiful. I see there is a note in the group, ma'am. There's also BG water. What is BG water? Melly, what is BG water? Guys, please make sure your videos are off. Yeah, videos should be off. Thank you. Okay, so guys, you can also make a model of the water cycle at home, and these are the materials that you guys will need. Okay, so the materials is a big plastic bottle, right? For example, a 2-liter Coke bottle. You will need approximately a cup of water, as well as a brick. Okay, and these are the instructions that you need to make your own model of the water cycle. So you guys, after the lesson, you can just go make your own model of the water cycle. So remember, a model is just something that represents a particular concept or process. Okay, so firstly, you would need to put a cup of water and put the lid back on. All right, so then you need to rest the upper part of the bottle on the brick as shown in the diagram. Sorry about that, as shown in the diagram, and I will show you guys the diagram in the next slide. Then you need to leave the bottle in the sun for about 20 minutes. Then you will need to observe what happens to your bottle that has water. So this is how your model would look like. So this would be a brick, okay? And that is your 2-liter bottle with water inside. So you guys can try this just after class or after school, yeah? Because it's not yet after school. I believe you guys still have lessons after this, all right? So guys, let us do an activity. Someone's video is on, okay? Just make sure that all your videos are off, guys. Someone's video is on, I'm not sure who. Thank you. Okay, so guys, instructions. Next, complete the water cycle by filling in the missing words in the spaces given. So we have the spaces here, which is labeled 1, as you guys can see it here. Then we have 2 here, 3, and 4. So guys, we're gonna use the group chat now. Evaporation. Would evaporation be on number 1, 2, 3, or 4? Evaporation. Would it be on number 1, 2, 3, or 4? So I need you guys to send through your answers in the group chat. Okay, so I see Zoe says 3, Unati 3, Dante 3. Diane also says 3. I see, okay, I forgot the name. It's also 3. Kiara also says 3. Zoe Rose, all right. 3, Toby 3, Ronnie's mom 3. Darish also says 3. Okay, so let us see if evaporation is indeed 3. So Arabila also says it is 3. Okay, so yes, guys, that is correct. Evaporation would be number 3. So where do you guys think condensation would fall in? Is it number 1, 2, or 4? Number 1, 2, or 4? Okay, so I see Siabonga says 2, Michaela 2, Darish 2, Zoe 2, Warabila also says 2. Okay, Dante 2. Okay, so I see a lot of 2s which are streaming in the chat, in the group chat right now. All right, beautiful. Okay, so let us see if indeed condensation is number 2. And that is correct, guys. So condensation is number 2. Then runoff, where do we find runoff? Is it number 1 or number 2? I mean, sorry, number 1 or number 4? Excuse me. Is it number 1 or number 4? So I see the 4s which are flying in the group chat. All right, Awelani, I see you. Okay. All right. Kiara for Michaela, Awelani. Guys, you can just write 1 4. Honestly, it's fine. See Toby. Wow. Okay. Okay. So let us see if runoff is number 4. And that is correct, guys. You can give yourself a round of applause. And then precipitation is obvious. Okay, so precipitation would be number 1. Okay, so guys, most of you got it correct. I didn't see any incorrect answers. And I have a quick question. Quick question, guys. Okay, you can stop now. The 1s, the 2s, the 4s, it's fine, it's fine. Can I get 3 examples of precipitation? And you can raise your hand for this one. 3 examples of precipitation. I need 3 examples of precipitation. Okay, see Dante said rain. Someone's hand was up. Oh, wait. Okay, so let me see. I see Michaela's hand, Dorisha's hand. Guys, don't unmute yourselves. I will unmute you. Okay, don't unmute yourself. Siabonga, I haven't heard from you. Siabonga?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give me 3 examples of precipitation?
It's hail, rain, and snow.
All right, beautiful. Thank you very much, Siabonga. All right, let's see. Who haven't I heard from? Whose hand is up? Bandile. Okay, yes, Bandile, your hand is also up. 3 examples of precipitation.
Rain, snow, and hail.
All right, beautiful, Bandile. Thank you very much. Okay, so I see Toby says she has to go. It's okay, Toby. We'll just see you tomorrow in class. And I see, guys, you're also saying through your answers in the group chat. Dante said rain, Nokwanda said snow, Unati melting, Dante hail, Zoe said rain, snow, and hail. Dante said fog. All right, beautiful, guys. That is very much beautiful. That shows that you guys have been paying attention. Okay, so guys, let us go through the key concepts of our lesson or the topic. Ne? We have looked at how matter is everything around us. Okay, then materials are matter used to make something. Then solids are matter that has a fixed shape. Liquids are matter that runs or flows, so they can be poured and takes the shape of the container. Then gases are mostly invisible, all right? And they take the shape of the container and spread out or flow in space. Okay, and then the next point says a change of state is brought about by heating and cooling matter. Okay, then the third last point says adding heat to matter causes solids to change to liquids and liquids to change to gases. Second last point reads, removing heat from matter causes gases to change to liquids and liquids to change to solids. Okay, Toby says she has a question. All right, let me just look for you, Toby. Okay. Okay, Toby, I will be with you right now. Just wait a bit. Let me just finish this part here. Then second last point says removing heat from matter causes gases to change to liquids and liquids to change to solids. Then water evaporates, condenses, freezes, and melts in the water cycle. All right. Okay, Toby, your question? Okay, Toby, there is no sound coming from you, all right? Okay, Noli's mom, I forgot your name, right? So you're saying that I'm not letting you answer. I am trying to let you answer, but there is no sound coming from you, okay? So I can't hear your answer. There is no sound coming from you. You just need to check your device, all right? So you just need to check your device sound, all right? So guys, this brings us to the end of our lesson for today, but please do not leave class because we just still need to cover something here. Tomorrow, guys, you guys asked that we play Kahoot. So I need you guys to study or rather prepare materials around us. So you guys need to read solids, liquids, and gases. You need to read through your work on change of state as well as the water cycle. All right. So guys, tomorrow we will be playing Kahoot, and this is the work that you need to cover or prepare for. Okay. So guys, I'm not getting a response. This is the work that you need to cover.
Ma'am, don't forget my picture.
I won't forget your picture. Don't worry. I won't forget your picture. Toby, write your question in the group because your mic, your sound is not good. All right. So there's no sound coming from you, Toby. Guys, please prepare solids, liquids, and gases, change of states, as well as the water cycle. Tomorrow we will be playing Kahoot. Is there anyone in the group who does not know what Kahoot is or how to use Kahoot? Is there anyone in the group chat who does not know what Kahoot is or how to use it? All right, so I see there's a few of us that do not know how to use Kahoot, and that is fine. Guys, so for Kahoot, you will need 2 devices. If you do not have 2 devices, then you can split your screen, all right, on your phone or on your laptop. So Kahoot will be, or rather is, a multiple choice question game that we will be playing. All right, so if you cannot use 2 devices or split your screen or just move from browser to browser, then you can use the group chat to send through your answers. Okay, so this is just, let me just show you guys quickly how we will do the Kahoot tomorrow, right? Guys, make sure that your videos and mics are off. Okay, so this is something that is going to appear tomorrow. Something like this is going to appear on your screen on Zoom. All right, and then we will have this screen appearing, and then you would need to go on your browser to kahoot.it. All right, so you must not log out. Okay, so let me just stop the music. So you shouldn't log out of Zoom. You should stay on Zoom, but you should also go on to www.kahoot.it, and then you will need to enter this game pin in order for you guys to enter the game. All right. So you will need to enter this game pin, and then we'll have the Kahoot starting, where we will be competing in the multiple choice question. Right, so I hope everyone is sorted with that. Okay, so let us go back to the PowerPoint. All right, so guys, that is basically what Kahoot is, and I hope everyone is following. Okay, so I see a question. Someone said computer or something like that. Okay, Malik says, ma'am, is that game pin going to be the same? No, the game pin is going to change. Right, so the game pin is going to change, guys. It's not going to be the same one. Right, so you need to be in class in order to get the game pin. All right, so guys, let us give Menintle a chance to basically show us the picture that she said she has for us. So guys, remember, last thing, ne? The textbooks we used is the Siavula textbook that you can get on the Thunderbolts Kids website, as well as the Via Africa Natural Sciences and Technology, which you can get on Snaplify. Okay, Menintle. Menintle.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, you can switch on your video and show us what you wanted to show us.
Can you see it, ma'am?
Okay. Yes, I can see it. That is a picture of the water cycle.
Yes.